All right. Guess I'm gonna go ahead and begin now. So, welcome to LPSFest 2023. Thought this be the best way to start this panel. I had a lot of fun this time. I haven't been able to join a lot of the panels due to in real life things going on this weekend, but yeah, welcome to LPS 2023. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to start and grow your Little Pet Shop channel. I'm giving a lot of very basics. This is just the very basic of how to begin if you're a new YouTuber. So let's just get started. But first, I'm going to have to give myself an introduction. My name is Waffle, which is what people call me in the LPS community. I've been a content creator for almost 4 years on YouTube, and I started my LPSTube journey almost 3 years ago. I've learned a lot in the past few years about LPS content creating, and I hope that this panel I can help with others with their LPSTube journey. So I've really been a YouTuber for about 4 to 5 years, but I switched from doing, I don't even know, just very random videos. I decided to stick to LPS 3 years ago, and I believe it's going to be 4 years this January. So I'm going to be giving you guys what I've learned in my experiences and giving you my recommendations on how to begin. Also, if you don't know what LPSTube is, it is what I call the LPS world in YouTube. So I don't remember who gave it the title LPSTube, but you may hear us being called LPSTubers who do LPS videos on YouTube. So LPSTube is the world on YouTube for people to tell their stories using little pet shops. LPS content has been around since the beginning of YouTube, actually, and we can probably still say it is a big, happy community, and there are still people joining, maybe like you, who want to begin LPSTube. So first you got to come up with your channel theme. So when I mean theme, I mean like color themes or just themes in general. So your theme should work with your name, channel art, and of course you. So if you have a certain theme, like you really like bright colors, pastel colors, you can make that your theme. So make your banner colors fit with your name. Maybe give yourself like an aesthetic kind of name, and just make it work for you. Don't try to make your aesthetic something that you're not interested in. I know it might not make a lot of sense, but my channel is, I guess you would call waffle themed. It used to be more, but I've changed it to more of an aesthetic kind of themed. And use color schemes. Color schemes are definitely helpful with your channel. So when somebody goes on your channel, they see your art, your icon, your thumbnails. It's all like a color scheme. This isn't something you have to do, but it is a nice like visual for people when they first see your channel. Also, when you find a name for your channel, make sure to find one that's unique. There's some LPSTubers who have a name, and a lot of people on YouTube have that name. And I think that having an original name that nobody else has makes it easier for people to recognize you and find you without accidentally clicking on someone else's channel. That happened to me before. There's a few people with LPS Waffle Productions, strange enough. And I'm not sure why I stuck with it, though. Even though back then I was still thinking I should have an original name. But yeah, so it's okay if a few people have it. Like I say, filter your name through YouTube search. So there's a filter, you type in the name, stick channels, and then filter, see if anybody else has it. If the name is taken, then it's still okay to use it. It's just recommended that you find something original that works for you. And before you could start your little special channel, you need to make sure you get inspired. So watch other LPSTubers/YouTubers. And when I mean watch other videos to get inspired, I don't mean like copy their videos, but kind of like get inspired of how they film their videos, what angles they use, what theme their videos are, and that can definitely be helpful. I watched a lot of LPSTubers like Puppy Lover Sister Age, Sugar Diamond, and they give me ideas for editing and how they use their music. So it's definitely important to get inspired and watch other people's videos. Use in real life scenarios. A few of my videos have been inspired by in real life scenarios. So like if you go on a trip, maybe you can make a video inspired by that trip that you had. Or, you know, it's very helpful because sometimes we have some strange scenarios that might work perfect for a video. And also listening to music. I know this one sounds a little weird, but a lot of my videos actually have been inspired by listening to music, whether instrumental or not. I used to go to the YouTube audio library and just listen to the audio in the library, and that would give me ideas. and kind of give me some weird idea in my imagination, be like, oh, that'd be a great video. And I'm pretty sure LPS Hannah said the same thing. And I was like, okay, it's not just me. She got inspired to do her outside musical by listening to the songs by Living Caliber. So also, pro tip, write your ideas down right away. If you have like your phone on you or a notepad, write down your idea, because I have lost several amazing ideas because I didn't write them down or I didn't feel like it. So it's very important, if you get a great idea, to write it down so you can use it in the future. Next is mascots. Mascots aren't a thing that you have to have, but a mascot represents you, usually, your channel, and it is helpful to have a mascot. I have 2 mascots. The mascots on the screen are actually mine from my last video that I used. So you don't have to have multiple mascots. I'm not going to get into it, but these 2 LPS were very special to me at the time of starting my channel, so that's why they're my mascots. So you can choose your mascot as your favorite color. So if you find LPS a color you really like, you can choose it. Your favorite animal, there's a lot of different animal molds. So if your favorite animal is a bug, you can choose a bug mascot, or cat or dog, choose a cat or dog mascot. Looks like you or has your personality. So for example, Maddie, she's the Cocker Spaniel on the right. She has blue eyes like me. At that time, I had my ends dyed, and she does too. And I was blonde back then, more blonde than I am now. So that's kind of how, like, oh, this LPS is perfect. It has a lot of pretty patterns that fits your personality. A special LPS to you, first LPS, gifted LPS, etc. So if there's an LPS like Autumn here, the cat on the left, she's a very special LPS to me because she was a dream pet and I got surprised for her by Christmas. So she was a very special pet to me. And immediately when I saw her, I'm like, she's going to be my second mascot. And customized mascot. A lot of LPS tubers have mascots that are their customs. And by the way, I forgot to say, you can have a mascot without being an LPS tuber. There are people on Instagram who have mascots, and that's perfectly okay too. But with YouTube, you usually use your mascot to do the talking, so you don't have to use your face. And also, your mascot does not have to be a popular LPS. I know a lot of people like, well, like, my mascot has to be a short hair because that's one of the main 5s, or a Cocker Spaniel, Great Dane, etc. But you can choose whatever mold you want. It doesn't have to be a popular mold. And my mascot is actually one of the main 5s, but I was mainly chose her because of her design. So just keep that in mind, that when you're choosing a mascot, it doesn't have to be a popular mold or LPS. Next is cameras. Cameras is a very important thing because that's what we use to film our videos with. You can use an iPhone or an iPad with good camera quality. Please don't use an iPad or iPhone with very bad quality. I mean, you can, but I've seen videos, or even my old videos back in the day, they were not good because my quality was very grainy and it just wasn't pleasant to watch. So if your iPhone or iPad does have good quality, I recommend using that if you don't have anything else to use. It is a good option, and you can get tripods to clip on to phones. I'm not sure about iPads, but yeah, it works. And if you don't have a digital camera, you can't spend the money, you can purchase a used one in good condition. My Nikon camera was gifted to me. It was my mom's, and she never used it, so I use it now. So maybe you can ask a family member if they have an old camera, or you can get a used one in good condition, or you can even buy one yourself if you have the money to. So as long as your videos can end up getting to YouTube in some way, then you can use the camera. The camera will do. Next is filming space. I actually didn't think about talking about this in my old video, but a filming space is kind of important. That's where the magic happens. So I have a list of places that you could film if you're not really sure where in your room or wherever you are going to film in to film. Then here's a list. You could film on your desk. Probably the most common option. I know a lot of LPS tubers do film on their desk, or they have a second desk specifically for filming their videos. You can use a table, like outside of your room maybe, or maybe bring in a table. That's what I used to do. I used to bring in a folding table. You can film on your floor, preferably not a carpet though, because then your LPS won't stand up. when I was around 5, I used to play with LPS and pretend I was making videos, and it was very hard for me because I couldn't keep the LPS up. So maybe like not use LPS, at least that can't step up on the floor. You can use a dresser. You can use the top of the dresser, so like film on top of it. That works. Or a shelf, like a very low shelf. So yeah, you could make anywhere a filming area, pretty much. But probably a flat surface is going to be the best. Lighting is a very important thing when it comes to filming videos. It's what brings in the light and detail into everything, and also eliminates the grain, because none of us like all that grain in the videos. You don't need professional lighting equipment. I know a lot of LPS tubers do have official professional equipment, which is really great, but it is not important too. There's a lot of options that are very cheap, and you don't need to spend a lot of money to get good lighting. So here's some options I recommend looking into. Getting a lamp. You can use an ordinary desk lamp. That's what I use. One of the things I use a few different lighting tools, but a desk lamp can definitely do a lot. Like maybe buy an LED lamp, because LED doesn't give off that yellow look, and it's actually does a really good job. A ring light, it is a little bit expensive, but there are some cheaper ones that are in smaller size that would be good for making little videos. A softbox, I don't own a softbox personally, but I know a lot of LPS tubers do. It's kind of expensive, but I hear that people really like using them. And of course, natural light. You can get natural light from your window, or maybe even film outside or on a porch. And natural light is probably the best option because it gives good lighting. It's coming from all around. So maybe find an area next to your window if you have to film in your room to make a video on. And now sets. I'm not going to get into detail about complicated sets for videos, like just very complicated things, but if you need a set for like a talking video where you just need some sort of background, or maybe for a little skit, then to film video, you're going to need a set. So I recommend using scrapbook paper for wallpapers and backgrounds. You can print some out online too. So you can look up some free printable backgrounds or scrapbook paper, and you can usually find some good ones without watermark on them. Or you can go to a craft store or go online and buy a a book of scrapbook paper. And that is probably the best option because they come with a lot of patterns that'd be great for little wallpapers. And there are also plenty of LPS set building tutorials on YouTube. And a lot of LPS tubers make tutorials on how they make their sets. Or I'm sure you can find a video talking all about LPS sets for videos. If you don't have a lot of LP accessories, you can use pieces from other toy brands. In my videos, a lot of my stuff, all the stuff from the sets, are actually not Littlest Pet Shop. I don't own a lot of Littlest Pet Shop accessories. So as long as they're the right scale, you don't have to use only Littlest Pet Shop accessories. And that's something I learned. I was trying to like make everything because I thought, oh, I can't use this because it's not from Littlest Pet Shop, but it does make it a lot easier when you kind of combine it. And you can also make DIY items. There's a lot of tutorials out there too, a lot of tutorials. And you could probably find a tutorial for any type of miniature thing you want to make. So if you have the material and you like crafting, making DIY items is definitely a great option. Here are some examples from my own videos. I don't really have any good photos, like shots that show a lot. So these are the best ones I could find in a short period of time. I could go through my videos. The one in the middle is probably the best one. So I have a bed, I have a carpet, the plant and the phone and the guitar and the books, all that I made myself. I believe the pillow I made myself too, but I actually don't remember. The bed is from a calico cutter set, and rest are Pet Shop, and then the background is scrapbook paper. And actually in all these pictures, the background is scrapbook paper. I think they're all things that I printed out from online though. The very pink set, that is the one from my Strawberry Cafe skit. So I use Jenga blocks for tables, which you may see a lot of people use in their little Pet Shop videos. Jenga is definitely a great thing to use for tables. A lot of stuff is DIY, all the things in the glass. Got soap bottles in there for some reason. Really, I don't understand what I was thinking to do with that set. And then in the bedroom set over there, we just got a few accessories. I realized that I put 2 bedroom sets in there, but that's fine. So as you can see, you just put pieces together that you have. I mix a lot of calculator with little sped shops. Calculator sets are great for little sped shop videos, by the way. So if you click calculator sets, then good for you because it's gonna work perfect. Scripting. Scripting is definitely my least favorite process. You don't have to script your videos, and it's okay if you don't want to or you can't or whatever reason. You can just wing it, which I know a lot of people do that. They just sit down with an idea in their head and just start filming. You can make up the story as you go, or you can create an outline where just like write down little notes. I believe Sugar does that. You just write down little notes of what you want to have, the key moments, and then just kind of film and fill everything in and just make everything along as you go. But if you do want to script, I'm going to give you my way of scripting, how I usually do it. You can do it however you want. You don't have to follow this example, but here's an example from my short film, Fake It Till You Bake It. And this is the beginning, I believe. So I kind of annotated the script of it to give you an example of what keys I use. So I have the name, and then that's who is saying. And then I usually use in brackets the action. So cooking kitchen, I put that in brackets, so that's I know if that's an action. And then the lines come up right after the name. And then expression, I usually use the little star buttons. I don't know what they're called, but that's when I use expression like to make a noise. So like sighing, growling, yawning. That's what I usually do. So that's just a very simple animated version of a script. So you can go ahead and script your videos like that. I don't mind if people do it the same way I do, but it is a very simple way and gets the job done. There are many styles of script. The example on the screen is a screenshot animated from one of my short films. You can script it simple or as definitely helpful, especially when you forget what you want to do in the future. So it's best to make an outline and then script, or you can just wing it, like I usually do, just start writing and then try to finish my script from there. All right, now let's don't know where I got my tripod. My dad gave it to me a long time ago because he didn't need it anymore, I believe. But I have a ring light in the background. It's a UV size. It's a really great ring light, and I recommend getting it if you want a ring light. I probably should have put the brand name in the presentation. But you can use a tripod to hold your camera up so it doesn't get in the way when you're filming. Because if you put the camera on your table, especially if you have the clip, like the little thing that goes around your neck, it gets everywhere and it's kind of annoying because it's in your way of filming. You can use items in your room to prop up your phone so it doesn't slip, or if you have a phone holder that can sit on the desk, that's also a great option. And make sure you have plenty of filming space for your arms so you aren't bumping your set over. This happens way too often to me. So make sure you have a big enough space to where you can build your set, but also have enough room for your arms so you're not knocking everything over. All right, editing. Editing is a very important part of making those push-up videos, I believe. A lot of people don't edit. If you don't want to edit, that is fine, but I recommend it, at least to the basic minimum editing of removing a lot of blank space. These are just two editors I recommend using, especially for beginners who just need to get their videos edited. So CapCut is an amazing editor. I 100% recommend it. You can get it on mobile and on computer. It gives you a lot of stickers, editors. Oh, it is an editor. Sorry. It just gives you a lot of options of things to do. My Legend of the Sea videos, my last episodes were edited on CapCut desktop, and I was able to add a lot of magic effects, and that was all free. They do have a premium version, but you can get around that and still do a lot of amazing things in it. iMovie is very limited, I will say that. I used iMovie for many years in my YouTube journey, and even before that, when I was making videos just for fun. But it is good for beginners if you don't want to go to CapCut. iMovie usually you already have downloaded on your device. It automatically does for some. So iMovie is a pretty good option if you just need something simple just to get your video edited. thumbnails, very important. Everything's important. I'm saying everything's important, but thumbnails are very, very important because that's what gets your viewers first attention and what they first usually look at when they see your video on their page. So here are 2 thumbnails from my channel here. The top one, it's text, and I did a little bit of drawing on it, and I put an LPS in the front and drew their eyes on. I don't know where I got the idea to do that. I've seen somebody do it before, but draw on some eyes. You can do that if you'd like to. Or you could do something more simple, which is usually what I do in my videos, and just take a picture for a thumbnail, maybe set up your LPS, or take a snapshot from your video that you've edited, and just put some text on. I think definitely minimally add text because so people can read it. Because like I said, usually they read the thumbnail before the title. I don't know if that's for everybody, but usually I find that I do that myself. So make sure your thumbnails are very clean and simple. By simple, I just mean don't overdo it. Don't like put a lot of stickers on it. Don't put a lot of text. Make it to where it's clean and easy to read or to get the idea of what it is. You can use stickers, effects, filters to make, and text to make your thumbnail stand out against all the other thumbnails that are going to be up. Do not use thumbnails as clickbait. I see a lot of people do this where they'll put something in the thumbnail, but then they won't, whatever's in the thumbnail won't be in the video. So make sure when you make a thumbnail, keep it close to your video. Don't try to add things to make people click on it and then realize this isn't actually part of the video. I know it may not make sense what I'm saying, but just keep your thumbnails honest, I guess. I recommend using apps like PixArt to make your thumbnails, but can also use CapCut or whatever editor you use to make it and screenshot it. Most of my thumbnails nowadays are made in CapCut. I put the photo in, add the filters, text, and then screenshot it, and then just import it into YouTube. And it's a very great way to make thumbnails. But I've seen people use PixArt too. I used PixArt a few times. It's very limited for the free edition, but it's still a great editor, and you can just use whatever you want, really, just as long as you can screenshot it and import it to YouTube. Now, let's look into the Littlest Pet Shop community a bit. So now you know the tips and tricks of being an LPSTuber, but there's more to LPSTube than just making videos. Making friends, comment on other LPSTubers' videos and interact with them. So if you're an LPSTuber, you're going to want to find friends in the community. You're going to want to, maybe you have an LPSTuber that you look up to, or you really like their videos. Go ahead and comment on their video. They have comments on, say hi, and give them feedback on their video, and try to make friends, because having friends in the community is really fun. And yeah, if you have Discord, join LPS or LPSTube servers. I'm in a lot of LPSTube servers, probably too many servers, but make sure to go join some if you can, because you can meet a lot of friends there, and that's where I met my friends, my best LPSTube friends, in Discord servers. Join collabs, maps, or make your own maps or collabs. I've done a few collabs and maps in my life, and although they're not really my thing, maps at least, I'm not really a music video creator, it's a great way to bring all the LPSTubers together in one video, and I think it's really cool. So feel free to make your own or join some others, and you can also get to know people there as well. And also watch other LPSTubers videos and give them feedback respectfully. You can give the feedback like, tell them what you liked about the video, what you didn't like about the video, but make sure you're respectful, be nice about it. LPSTube isn't about being critical. If you want to give them feedback, like give them tips on maybe what they could do, or tell them what you really like about their videos, and that'll help other LPSTubers be like, okay, well, I gotta improve here, and I know I'm doing good here. So it's very helpful when people give you feedback about your videos nicely. Now, growing your channel. Now that you've started your channel, where do you go from now? Be original and creative. That's what people like to see. That is a very, very crucial thing when it comes to being a YouTuber in general. Be original and creative, because you don't want to keep copying other people. And by copying, I mean copying their style, copying their how they edit, how they make their thumbnails, everything. It's okay to like copy, maybe like if there's a certain trend going around or something someone's doing, you can copy, I guess, what they're doing. But be original, add your own style, add your own flair to your videos. Follow trends or bring back old trends. By trends, I mean a person does it, then everybody does it kind of thing, but not like in a copying way. So like maybe there's a song that people really like making music videos of. Maybe make a music video yourself of that song, and then who knows, maybe it would grow your channel a lot because that's what people are looking for. Or you can go through old trends, or maybe old songs or old skits people used to do, and remake them. I can't guarantee this is going to grow your channel, but it is kind of fun to look back at videos made years and years ago, and you make one now in 2023. YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts is a very big thing right now. Personally, I'm not into shorts. I haven't made one in a very long time, but YouTube Shorts are very popular, and you are guaranteed to get some followers for YouTube Shorts, which, by the way, LPSTube isn't all about followers, but we are trying to grow our channel here. So I recommend doing YouTube Shorts if you can. So it just helps to grow your channel and reach out to people who don't really watch full videos and are just going through shorts. Respond and acknowledge comments. If you have comments on and people are commenting and you don't even care to look at their comments, then I don't see the point of having comments on, because the whole point when people comment on your videos, usually they're trying to acknowledge your video, and I at least heart their comment. Don't ignore them, because sometimes that can make people feel bad, like, oh, this person's not responding to my comment, and it's not worth commenting anymore. And you want comments, you want the interaction, so at least acknowledge their comment or to all of my comments. It's just a nice thing to do to let your viewers know that you appreciate them and you want to acknowledge them, that they're here and they're trying to get to know you better. And lastly, share your videos on other socials such as Discord or Instagram. This is a very helpful thing here. I actually don't have many socials other than YouTube. I might get an Instagram, but we'll see. But putting videos on other social medias can help bring people onto your YouTube channel, and also you can grow a separate community on another platform, and it just all ties together. Alright, well, that is the end for my panel. I'm not really sure if that was long or short. I can't see my clock, but thank you guys so much for watching this panel, and I hope it was helpful to you. You can feel free to email me at my email or talk to me on my YouTube channel, LPSFest Productions. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have, or maybe you just want to chat with me. This was a lot of fun doing this panel, and thank you so much to Kali for letting me be a panelist. I've enjoyed all these LPS Fests, and I'm so excited for the rest of it and to see the raffle tonight. So hope you guys have a wonderful rest of LPS Fest this year. And yeah, thanks for watching.